Hi Leo, this is your monthly forecast for August 2018. So this month we have our last eclipse, which happens in Leo on the new moon on August 11th. There's a lot of retrogrades continuing to occur this month. Mercury, for example, that went into retrograde last month, will continue to do so until the 18th of this month. Mars is completing its cycle of retrograde that it started back in June. It will end around the 26th of August on the full moon that's in Pisces. So let's see how this unstable, anxiety-ridden energy of all these eclipses and retrogrades have in store for you, Leo, for the month of August. So let's just check in to Leo for the month of August. Leo for the month of August. Leo for the month of August. It's so interesting because I did this video one other time and it got interrupted, and I literally pulled pretty much the same exact cards. So going into the month of August, you will be questioning relationships in particular, and also you'll be thinking a lot about what you're doing and why you're doing it, which kind of makes sense being that Mars is retrograde. But I feel like it's more related to, like, am I really passionate about this person or this career path? I do see many of you ending situations that are no longer working for you. I see that could come in a very dramatical fashion. So I do want you to be aware of your own energy and how best to manage difficult situations with people. That lunar eclipse in Aquarius that happened on July 27th really rocked you, Leo. Really took you for a loop. And I see that coming into the month of August, you're not centered at all. So just be mindful of that. So let's just see how this solar eclipse in Leo affects you. How the solar eclipse in Leo affects you. Affects Leo. Again, a lot of emotions coming up. I do see you considering or struggling with balancing your finances around, I want to say like around the 4th of the month, and then, you know, going into, or sorry, the 14th of the month. So how that solar eclipse affects you, it just brings light on things that you need to sort out. The guides are talking about, you know, you really just letting go of people, like I said at the beginning, and then, you know, getting yourself in order, balancing out your financial situation. Emotions are pretty high for you, like I said at the beginning of the month, but I do see you toning it down after that solar eclipse. So around the 12th, the 13th, you start to kind of have more fun, friends, and making new connections and things like that. I do see career-wise it very beneficial to you, Leo. This solar eclipse might bring you opportunities to advance in your career. The guides are saying that you do need to get out more and kind of don't allow depression to set in, because I do see, again, you're cutting some people out that you've had in your life for quite a long time, and that may, you know, cause depression to set in. But they're saying that the remedy for that is just go out and make new friends. Like, don't grieve over these old people just because you don't want to miss these opportunities that are coming up. So let's just see now how this full moon affects you. So remember, Mars goes direct around the same time as the full moon, which is on August 26th, depending on where you are in the world. It's in Pisces. There's some really favorable things occurring during that time as well. Well, during this whole month, really, in terms of Uranus and Saturn being in an Earth sign, in a trine, and Jupiter and Neptune as well. So some magical things could happen. You know, those unexpected events that have been kind of bombarding a lot of us since Uranus came into Taurus. I feel like it's kind of going to ground itself out. This month probably will be the last difficult month this year, and I know we've had many of them with all of these changes and energy and opportunities to grow. Growing isn't always easy, but I feel like the next few months will settle down, but just keep in mind all these eclipses have a window of 6 months. So, you know, those changes that I talked about in the last month, July, and this month might not come into effect until further down the road. This is why getting your chart looked at by an astrologer, professional astrologer, or an astrologist, even like myself, is helpful, because then you can kind of see how these things affect you and when they will be affecting you, to be more prepared. So let's again just see how that end of the month plays out for Leo. The month plays out for Leo. So around that full moon, you might get a little antisocial. You might, and it is an opportunity to connect with people, but again, you might just want to go a little deeper inward. I see you being, I see you really thinking about and contemplating and just knowing what you want to do in life. Like, it just occurs to you, there's some kind of an epiphany happens around the 29th, so maybe between the 26th and the 29th, even the 23rd and the 29th of August. It does bring out new possibilities, and emotions might come up. But ultimately, I feel like what could get in the way of those epiphanies is dramatic people. So this pull to kind of get away from people may be a good thing. Even if they are good partnerships, it might be better just to pull away so that you can receive those messages during this time that most of us should be going inward anyways, but we're such a culture that avoids the inner work that we don't always get the message that we should be going inward, because it's not something that's, socially conditioned for us to do. There's no real space in our day to just sit and contemplate and reflect. We're always like go, 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 go. And even when we're sitting and relaxing, we have a phone in front of our face, or we have some kind of distraction that makes us look outward rather than inward. So again, around that full moon, I would recommend maybe you spend that evening alone, Leos, and just find within you the answers that I feel are related to your career path. So if you're struggling with knowing exactly what you want to do in life, or your purpose, or you have this feeling inside you that there's something better and bigger for you, then that is an opportunity for you around this full moon on the 26th of August to go inward. I'm just going to check if there's anything else I left out for you guys for the month of August, for Leos for the month of August. So again, around that full moon, the last message I'm getting is just that any of the endings that you were certain about at the beginning of the month, you might flip-flop back and forth with. And this is where old patterns die hard. So just keep that in mind. You might have been certain at the beginning of the month with that lunar eclipse that happened at the end of July. You knew who to let go of. You knew what to get rid of. But then, that full moon in Pisces brings fantasy and this magical feeling that anything is possible. So you might be looking upon things that weren't working in a more positive light. but some things do need to be let go of. So I'm just going to do an oracle card to end for you guys, for Leos for the month of August. If there's any other messages for Leos for the month of August 2018. So this one is a chakra clearing. This is the Robert Reeves Enduring Virtue Flower Therapy deck. And this card's all about clearing out your chakras. Again, great time to do that during these eclipses. It's a time to kind of renew ourselves, rejuvenate ourselves. So it says here, by clearing your chakras, you open yourself up to profound wisdom. And this is a beneficial message for you, Leo, because I feel like you do have a lot of distractions around you, and it's difficult for you to have that time to yourself that you need to really kind of get centered and get clear about what you need in life, what you don't need in life, who you need in life, and why you need them. I hope that that was helpful for you. Don't forget to dream big during those time, after you clear out your chakras. It's like a blank new slate that you can just open yourself up and dream big. So I hope that helps you guys. I will see you again here next month for the month of September 2018. Take care.